Yeah.
Welcome to another match between
Welcome.
the NiCe the NiCe community. I've got
Yes.
Benjamin with me here casting, and I'm Noob. You want to go ahead and introduce our
I'm
players?
Benjamin. Yes, I would be my absolute pleasure. So we have Zerg, NiCe Zerg, pretty much like the best player that the NiCe community has. I think most people would sort of agree about that. Definitely a high MMR Zerg who's like very intimidating on ladder, very intimidating in clan war, and whatever he plays, he win. I've seen him play a ton of opponents, and he has probably a 75 to 80% win rate against the opponents of this level on OBS plays and other medium to low level games. So I'd really kind of like a fearsome sort of like kind of all or nothing, like very sort of aggressive but also good macros or in NiCe Zerg, named Zerg after the race he plays. And then over there we've got MellOw, who's like a sea-level toss. So I think MellOw is really the underdog in this match. I think he, will have to definitely play one of his better games to have a chance at beating Zerg. And I think he probably will have to minimize the mistakes he makes over the course of the game length here in order to stay like having a chance against a Zerg player like Zerg. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah. You summed up, both players pretty nicely. So we'll just have to see how this game goes. So we can see MellOw actually already has scouted Zerg. So you got the first
Hmm.
scout off. That's really good. We
That'll
can also
that help
yeah,
him
go ahead.
out. Yeah, he's gonna see 9 pool or over, not over pool. So they want to make cannons. He's got one. I think versus overpool you can go for 1 cannon. So maybe he cannot make 2 cannons. He sees no gas, so he probably must know Zerg isn't doing like a speedling run by build. That Zerg sometimes does do that build that we've seen in the past, but this game in particular he's not. And so in that way, um, you know, I think he'll be okay versus 1 cannon, and he can save a little money and just make. He's making 2 cannons. I think that's a mistake. He can just make 1 cannon, and he can make Nexus instead of 2 cannons. So that might be good for Zerg and bad for MellOw.
Yeah, Benjamin, I totally agree, especially since he still had his probe inside Zerg space for a while. I mean, obviously it's gone now, but he had it for a while there, right? And
Mm.
yeah, he definitely didn't need 2 cannons to hold this. He only needed, 1 cannon at most, and then he could have thrown down that Nexus a little bit earlier. I mean, it's not game-ending damage, obviously, or game-ending mistake to get 2 cannons, right? But it could have helped his economy out a little bit more. That's what I think.
Yeah, he's actually. I would agree. He's got the cannon building at Zerg's natural, which Zerg actually
Yeah, I see
didn't
that. Yeah.
see yet. So this actually, he might want a second cannon. I don't know if he can fit like a one below that cannon,
I don't
but
think
he
he can,
actually.
but
This is actually gonna finish though, and or no, or is it gonna phase? So actually, never mind. So that is actually gonna fail. That was a good idea to cannon rush this natural expansion of Zergs, but it's gonna fail. And the guy, so he saw it, so now that's not gonna work. And now he's gonna kill his pylon. So now MellOw, his Nexus is up now. So he really think, yeah, he could have. It's not game-ending mistake, but it is like these are the mistakes that separate the S players from the A players, the A from the B from the C. This is how you get better: is you make these little mistakes you don't make. These little mistakes you iron these things, and then you have, this is how you become better. So I think MellOw, like, you know, he could consider like looking at harder when he's sends that early probe and he gets a good scout. The whole thing about a good scout is you want to use what you see to help you play smarter, to help you advantage your build order to counter better your opponent's strategy. And he didn't really do that, so but that's okay. He's getting his Nexus now, pretty much done now. And Zerg's only on 2 base, so he's going Hydra. I think Zerg's got Hydra Rush from the look of this. And this is a good map. He's got a 3rd base, never mind. He's got that mineral only base, but he is gonna Hydra Rush. And MellOw, I will see if he's prepared. He's getting 2 more gates and a core. So he might make a lot of zealots. That's good against a Hydra Rush. You know,
Well,
so that could work well.
I just wanted to note that because of that failed cannon behind the natural at the Zerg, that actually also put MellOw a little bit even more behind, you know, economically.
Absolutely, yeah.
So now I feel Zerg is in a dominating position. I think what I think Zerg is going to do is actually it's really standard in Zerg versus Protoss nowadays. Even if he doesn't go for a huge Hydra bust, right at this moment, he's gonna set up. You can see like a soft contain and start picking away at those structures at the front. You know. So when a big bust comes, if it ever does come, he's gonna have a lot more surface area to work with. And yeah, you can see MellOw is kind of concerned that there will be some kind of Hydra bust, so he's throwing down cannons. And actually, this is the correct response to it. Hold the Hydra bust. You just get cannons and more gates, right? You get more to get your ground army up.
That's indeed, that's right, yeah. These buildings are gonna go down, and these cannons are gonna come up, but I think the forge it's upgrading that 1 weapons, but that's not gonna finish by the time Hydra's kill the forge. And it's gotta make those cannons now before that forge goes down for good, otherwise he'll very susceptible to a big bust, and I think Zerg is doing the bust move with these Hydras, man.
And see, he's rallying all his forces in front. He's got quite a few units already.
Right, he does have a lot of Hydras there. It's almost like 12, 15, maybe 12 at least Hydras.
And now he's making an attack in the front.
Yeah. MellOw, he's got
MellOw holds. Yeah, I think MellOw will hold, but just by the skin of his teeth.
Yeah,
if these cannons finish,
really close to not holding. I think the Hydra's focus fire can make it not a hold, and he's doing a focus fire. This is always so good. Hydra's really good at taking down cannons. That's always what they've been good at. But there, if he gets all those cannons now, and that's it. Wow, that's
yeah, that's game. I think